Good morning. What a contrast yesterday to the day before. Very quiet indeed. I left you on Telegram at about 4 a.m. my time, with the possibility of a Brighton equaliser returning to the both teams to score pattern in all by one match this season. Indeed, they're playing the right team, aren't they? Crystal Palace, hardly renowned for their 1-0 wins. We got the goal. So if you did lay Crystal Palace second half, well done. Danny Welbeck, you got to thank. Stick him on your Christmas card list. Elsewhere, it's very, very quiet indeed. 2.55 the favourite. Cadiz and Real Sociedad 0-0. If you looked at the in-play stats, where on earth were the shots? Now, you could delay. One shot on goal, no shots on goal, second half. You could delay and lay at 1.25 and lower. Keep your liability low there. But if you're not getting any shots on target, you're not going to get any goals, regardless of the pre-match odds. Alaves and Real Madrid, this was a case of not all red-carded sides are layable. Lucas getting a very important 92nd minute winner for Real Madrid. Now, this could have been one of the big earners for you if you laid that draw late. Don't know if there was any signs in play. Just the two shots on target to none there. So it's all about reputation if you wanted to lay that draw late on, regardless of the red card. Well done to Mallorca, getting a rare win at home. Now, Osasuna did threaten those two goals, didn't they? And they did score those two goals. But thankfully, I think a change in tactic for Mallorca, rather than aiming for a 1-0 win, well, they had to necessarily get stuck in because Osasuna scored first. I did mention it in the research, a possibility of Osasuna outscoring Mallorca, but no, this is a real change for Mallorca, scoring 3 goals at home. They'd be delighted with that. A real rarity. Ghent, 1.25, goal before half-time. How about 20 minutes? No, 4th minute. Again, odds, scoreline, 3-0, 3-1, any other home score. You see it consistently, don't you? And it's a nice trading angle to use. That really was about that. Thanks to Paul Dunwoody for just a gentle reminder here. And we could get a background as to why Olympiacos Piraeus have had a really poor run in the last 2 matches. I'm saying poor. They did win their previous match, but care of a penalty. No spectators. Apparently there was some problem with an assault on a police officer. So no spectators, and this is AEK Athens cocking it up again. 2 consecutive 2-2s when odds on favourite. That could be the reason, I think. The lack of spectators is just not getting these odds on favourites across the line. Did Panathinaikos score first? No, they didn't. No, not at any stage did they lead. So that Bergstrom red card was academic, and you wouldn't have noted, you wouldn't have looked for the Panathinaikos late equaliser there. Newly promoted Kafisias. PEOK, 20-minute rule? Nope, 13th minute in. This is what I'm talking about, newly promoted sides. But again, no spectators in Greece. Thank you very much, Paul, for that reminder. Something for you to think about next time they play. In the KNVB Becker, tempted, sorely tempted, and they nearly brought it in. 2-0, Ajax, 1.03 shots. If you just remember their 1.03 shots, so start laying as late as possible. This lot, you've got 2 goals. And this was important, the substitution, particularly Brobby, who's been scoring for fun of late. Very important goal scorer, 2 goals against Pexvola. Goal, consistent goal scorer. He comes on, changes the game. You could have come out of that with a nice odd swing, but they just couldn't cross the line. Ajax were backable at a high of about 35, something like that, in play. But the cup, got to be very, very careful with the cup. Again, 1.13, 3-0, 3-1, any other home score, exactly. 2-1 at half time. Nice play. If you were up this late, I'm afraid not for me. Angel Di Maria playing for Benfica. That is a hell of a signing. He's still got a bit of class to him. Could be the difference this season. Angel Di Maria, fantastic signing. So 0-1 AVS, who've been pretty good in the Portuguese Segunda League, to 4-1. So if you were up very, very late, that was a nice play. Turkish Super League, Pendikspor, newly promoted side, getting done. Besiktas, done by Alanyaspor, late on, I must say. Talking of 87th and 90-minute goals. Took their eye off the ball, Besiktas. On to today. Day off for me today. Chosen the right day, I think. Aston Villa and Sheffield United prepare possibility of Aston Villa filling their boots. Scoring 2 goals away now. They're expected to score 3+ goals today. They've not conceded first half at home either. Sheffield United under new management, or old manager, returning. Managed a 1-0 winner against Brentford, but they're so one-dimensional, Sheffield United. That's their modus operandi, 1-0 wins. Ain't going to do it against Dick Emery et al. Likely to score 2+ goals, 8 consecutive home wins, 2 consecutive clean sheets. Villa tend to lead at half-time. Empoli and Lazio. Empoli naturally opposable and rare winners, but Lazio are in poor form and are poor travellers. Only 1 win in 6. Not won their last 3 away, Lazio. Only 2 over 2.5 goal matches since the 23rd of September. Fits in with Empoli's tightness. So when I see strong under 2.5 goal pattern, opens the door up for a 0-0 back pre-match at its highest odds. If you can get there, get to 0-0 at half-time, you might be in possibility. Well, Lazio, 9 out of 12 goals conceded away have come second half. We might get there. Sassuolo and Genoa, don't like the odds, 2.1. It's giving both teams a chance, pretty much. Only one win for Sassuolo since the 2nd of October. Both teams have scored last 7 matches. Sassuolo have conceded last 16. No win in 5 at home. Sassuolo are yet to beat any side 5th to 17th home and away. They play 14th today. They've conceded 5 goals at home in the last 15 minutes. Only 4 wins for Genoa. And I'm going to stop it there. Poor stuff. Monza and Fiorentina, 2.3 the favourite, as Les Dennis would say. Salernitana, AC Milan, 1.4 for AC Milan. Only 1 win for Salernitana. They've conceded in the last 16. Opponents tend to score first and lead at half-time, so this could be done and done by half-time. So Salernitana have lost all matches against the top 7. All 7 goals scored at home have come second half for Salernitana. If they are to land a blow, it's likely to come second half. Draw loss for Milan away. Again, it reminds me of when Napoli played Salernitana and Napoli were in poor form. They got the win. This is likely to be the same scenario. AC Milan put an end to a run of 3 without a win by playing the right team at the right time. Bristol City and Hull, 2.6 the favourite. Leave that one alone. Swansea and Preston, both teams to score, has come in the last 7 matches for the Swans. Don't know why they're favourite today. They're 18th in the league. Only 1 win against the top 21 at home. Only 1 win in 6 for Preston. Did come in the last away match. Only 1 loss for Preston, home and away against 14th and lower. Don't know why the Swans are favourite. You can always disagree with the market and see in play whether you're right or not. 6 0-0s at half-time away. Only 1 at full-time. So take on any second half. 0-0 there. Don't know why the Swans are favs. As I say, 18th in the league, playing 8th. Cambridge United and Exeter in English League 1. Both teams are at the wrong end of the table, 16th against 20th. Cambridge are slightly favoured unless Exeter can win against 16th, as they do against 18th and lower. That's all Exeter wins. They're coming against lower tier sides. No win for Exeter since the 23rd of September. It's, again, much of a muchness. Cambridge are unbeaten at home against 11th and lower. To slightly favour them today. Do expect second half goals. 11 goals conceded in the last half hour of away matches for Exeter. English League 2. Well, let's look at the coupon. I wanted to research, but as I hope you're learning, it's rather fruitless. 2.45 the favourite, 2.38 the favourite, 2.3 the favourite, 2.45 the favourite, 2.45 the favourite in a lower tier league. I'm not going to waste my time researching. Now, if you wanted to have a quick look at the matches, as I showed you yesterday, the challenge table will be your perfect cue there. So let's have a quick look at these matches in the challenge table. Likely to tell you not to play Stockport and Notts County anyway. Let's have a quick look at that one. Expect second half goals with none first half. Both teams to score as are possible, with Stockport not losing. 5 0-0s at half time at home, only one at full time. So take on any second half 0-0. Unbeaten in 11, Stockport. Not conceded in the last 4 at home. They look very strong favourites. But let's have a quick look. Forest Green and Gillingham, for example. And then I'll leave you to look at the others if you want to. As I keep repeating it, these kind of leagues and 2.45 the favourite, just take the hint. Probably not a day to be trading English League 2. So let's have a quick look at least Forest Green and Gills. FCstats.com is a place to go if you want to look at the challenge table. So Gillingham, Forest Green and Gillingham. Forest Green are second from bottom. So automatic red flags there. They're playing Gillingham. The Gills are in 10th. And Forest Green this season, their 2 home wins have come against 13th and 22nd. They have scored and conceded in 3 out of 4 matches against the top 12 at home, but lost the lot. So that could be a ready angle already. 10th in the league, Gillingham. How do they perform away from home? Well, all 4 wins have been 0-1. They've conceded 2+ goals heavily. So they can't readily be discounted. Hence, 2.45 the favourite. So you could do the same with Colchester, Salford, but you're flogging a dead horse pretty much. You're going to probably come to the same conclusion that the market does. I can't split these two. Either A, because both teams' form is so poor, or B, both teams' form is so good that you can't split them. So lesson learned, 2.4 the favourite in a lower tier league. Be very careful. Professional Development League, please remember that. Professional Development League, just the one match. Barnsley against Crewe, 1.21 favourite. Over 2.5 goals, anyone? Well, we'll see at midday if that comes to fruition. There's the Dutch Eerste Divisie. Watch out for goals there, pretty much standard. You could do what you do in the Premier Division or Premier League 2 and the Professional Development League. Just click on the teams. Just have a look at the head-to-heads. And just have a look at the recent matches. Has there been a preponderance of over 2.5 goals? Well, a couple of 0-0s for Jong Utrecht is concerning, but then they followed that up with a 2-1 win and a 5-2 loss. So normally over 2.5 goals comes in with regularity. Braga are playing Nacional. Braga are normally full of goals, but this is the League Cup. Dare I remind you, Napoli couldn't be bothered with theirs cup. Inter Milan couldn't be asked with their cup. Benfica could. Braga, normally full of goals. Scottish Championship likely to be too illiquid to play, which is a pity. And we've got the Mickey Mouse FIFA World Club Cup, basically an advert for Saudi Arabia. Man City are in the final. They had Uwara Reds to beat to get into the final with Fluminense. It's all Mickey Mouse stuff. Treat it as a friendly, I would suggest. 1.33 the favourite, Manchester City. Day off for me today. Yet to decide whether I'm going to be doing a live chat webinar tomorrow, but it is an enticing coupon. I don't think we've got any plans yet, but if we do have, I'm sure you'll understand it's just a particular time of year. But if I can, I will. Live chat webinar will probably start at 3 o'clock. Normally starts at 2:30 for the Germans, but they're wise folk. They're having a holiday. 2 o'clock is probably pushing it a bit with only a couple of matches of interest. Bologna, Atalanta, 2.7 the favourite. You get the idea with that one. And Torino, Udinese, 1.75. Udinese, another score draw. Oh boy, 100% score draws or 100% draws against 10th and lower Udinese. Torino in really good form of late. I think it's 3 consecutive home wins. So they are favoured today. Inter are playing Lecce. That looks an obvious play as well. I won't be staying up for the very, very late ones tomorrow. I hope you'll understand. But 3 o'clock start would be possible for a quick in and out, as the actress said to the bishop. 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. That will capture English Championship, English League 1 and English League 2. The Brits, the only ones foolish enough to be playing football on Christmas Eve. Liga Ha'al, familiar names. Italian Serie B would fit in. Some of the matches would fit in with our 3 o'clock start. La Liga Portugal, a couple of them 3 o'clock onwards. Scottish Premiership, we've got Celtic playing. Don't forget, Rangers are not playing today, but Rangers are under new management. And boy, that new manager made a huge difference. Scalp of Betis in the Europa League away from home, and the League Cup final win, and a couple of wins to boot. Have a great day today. It is my day off. Probably won't be hearing from me this evening. It's an okay coupon, but just tread warily if you're playing English League 2. And indeed, Italian Serie A, 2.25 the favourite, 2.55 the favourite. A couple of matches in Serie A suggesting the coupon's quite tough. Have a great day.